I took it off the guitar. Well, I didn't. I had my tech take it off the guitar. I'm not talking about the Epiphones that are made in America, like the Frontier and stuff like that. Fuck that $6,000 Epiphone. Yeah, fuck off. Fucking lick a fat one, you fucking. I think he dubbed this one the Three Kings guitar. This is my $250,000 guitar. This is my Epiphone Joe Bonamassa 355. I don't deserve this guitar. When I die, I'm gonna have my casket made out of guitars. I'm Scott Bogfoot, and you're watching My Only Guitar. Hey guys, what are you at? So the guitars that I like to buy are in the $1,500 to $2,500 range Canadian. I find they're the best value. Now I don't mean they're the cheapest, because you know you can get guitars a lot cheaper, but I find they're the best value because they're still cheap, that you can buy multiple ones and not really, you know, fucking have to take food out of your mouth. But at the same time, you're paying a little bit more than the ultra budget level. And that lets you know you're getting something a little bit more special than, you know, sure, you might be able to get a really, really good guitar for like $800-900, but it's going to be just like every other $800 or $900 guitar. And when you bump up a little bit, what I like to call the high-end low end. So like the budget models like Epiphone and Squire, I really like, and made in Mexico Fenders. I really like their high end ones. So you're looking at, tops 2,000 for the Epiphones. I'm not talking about the Epiphones that are made in America, like the Frontier and stuff like that. Fuck that $6,000 Epiphone. Yeah, fuck off. Fucking lick a fat one, you fucking. Yeah, that's when they're not worth it. I don't give a shit if it's made in fucking Bozeman, Montana. So I don't buy guitars as an investment because I'm never going to sell them. So why care if they're going to go up in value or down in value? I don't care. I buy the guitars that I want and I'm keeping them for life. The only way I'm getting rid of any of my guitars is if I give them away, or when I die, I'm going to have my casket made out of guitars. I also want to be buried in the backyard with a mariachi band, but I don't think that's going to happen. So how much is a guitar worth? Well, one of my guitars, I would have to put an exorbitant amount of money on it. It'd have to be like a crazy amount of money because they're my guitars. It's like selling one of your own kids. It'd take a lot of money.
Exorbitant is not a word, you dumbass.
This is the guitar that I tell people is worth $250,000. But really, it's not. This is my $250,000 guitar. Oh my god, that's heavy. This is my Epiphone Joe Bonamassa 355.
That guitar is not worth $250,000.
I think he dubbed this one the Three Kings guitar because of Freddie King and Albert King and B.B. King. I think it kind of has influences from all of them or something like that. I don't deserve this guitar. This is not a $250,000 guitar, but it's a guitar that's out of my league as far as playing. If this was back in the day, this guitar would be only for the best of the best. You'd have to have some kind of record deal or something. All gold hardware. I'll get into the specs later on, but there's not much to say about it actually. It's just a 355. It's built different than a 335 because of the layering and the woods used. Because a 335 is poplar, maple, poplar, maple, poplar, maple, like that. But I believe this one is maple, 5 plies of maple, I believe. And the back is done the same, the sides. It has a center block. It's very heavy. Has the Bigsby tortoiseshell pickguard. This is a 2018. I should have cleaned it before I showed it off. Nothing special with the electronics, no push pulls, nothing like that. Really nice fretboard on this one. I'll show it in pictures up close. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to show you as well. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, but I figured I'd throw it in with this one anyway. This guitar comes with a Vibramate string spoiler. And what that is, that's this here, right? I took it off the guitar. Well, I didn't. I had my tech take it off the guitar just for this video. So, I mean, it doesn't make my life any easier because I don't restring my own guitars. But what this does is it gives you extra slots to slot your strings into, so you don't have to wire them through the Bigsby one at a time, and it makes string changes really easy and quick. Now, the fact that I told my tech to take this off my guitar, he must think I fucking hate him. He must be like, what? Why? You want me to do it the hard way? But the reason is, this guitar had a bit of a rattle, and we couldn't figure out where the rattle was coming from. So I said, let's strip her down. Let's take the Vibermate off, because this is the first time I ever had one of these. So we took this off to make sure this wasn't causing some of the problems. Afterwards, we figured out the reason this guitar and other solid center block Epiphone guitars rattle. So if you got a 335, what's the other one called? Sheraton 355, even a Casino a little bit, but the trapeze tailpiece helps to keep the Casino more than the Bigsby. This here, this little piece of wire, this is the retaining wire that is on the Epiphones. This is what makes it lock tone. So this is what keeps your saddles from falling out, and this is what was making the guitar rattle. It was rattling off of the bridge, and so we took it off. And neither one of us is going to remember that this is taken off. And soon as he goes to fucking restring this guitar, he's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm putting that Vibermate back on. Great, it's going to make everything so easy. And then he's going to take the strings off and all the fucking saddles is going to fall everywhere. And he's going to be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's what a Vibermate is. And you can put it on any Bigsby. I'll show you up close where it goes and how it works. But the way that it works is it got these slots in it, just like a bridge, right? And so your string will go in and it'll catch on these, so you don't have to wire it through, around and through the Bigsby one at a time, because Bigsbys are a little bit of a bitch to set up. Restring, I should say. Got slightly aged binding, switch tip, but it's not like overly aged like other ones. Like you could tell here in the headstock, it's not like a yellow headstock, right?
Lord Thunder and Jesus buys. Dis feller don't know anything.
So let's go take a look at it. I'm Scott Bogfoot, and this is My Only Guitars.
Je m'appelle SCOTTBOGFOOT et tu regardes mes seules guitares.
Hey guys, I'm Scott Bogfoot and you're watching My Only Guitars.
The limited edition Joe Bonamassa ES355 standard outfit is Epiphone's 6th signature model with the Grammy-nominated blues legend and expert vintage collector Joe Bonamassa, featuring the classic ES355 semi-hollow body archtop profile with ebony finished gold hardware, Pro-Bucker humbuckers, Mallory capacitors, and a Bigsby V70 vibrato and Vibermate string spoiler, custom hard case and hand-signed COA. I'm Scott Bogfoot and you're watching My Only Guitars.
I'm Scott Bogfoot, and this is My Only Guitars.
The limited edition Joe Bonamassa ES355 standard outfit is Epiphone's 6th signature model with the Grammy-nominated blues legend and expert vintage collector Joe Bonamassa, featuring the classic ES355 semi-hollow body archtop profile with ebony finish, gold hardware, ProBucker humbuckers, Mallory capacitors, Bigsby B70 vibrato, and Vibermate string spoiler, custom hard case and hand-signed COA, ebony fingerboard, and Graphtec Newbone nut. For nearly a decade, Epiphone and Joe Bonamassa has worked together to make stunning recreations of Joe's favorite rare vintage guitars that anyone can afford. The new limited edition Joe Bonamassa ES355 standard outfit is modeled after Joe's Three Kings Tour semi-hollow body archtop that was originally honored by the Gibson Custom Shop. I have always loved the look and sound of a black 355 guitar, said Joe Bonamassa. Epiphone once again has masterfully recreated a guitar initially built for me by the Gibson Custom Shop that I used on my Live at the Greek Theater DVD at a price point that's totally affordable for players and collectors of great ES guitars. The Epiphone limited edition Joe Bonamassa ES355 standard outfit has 3-ply maple poplar maple top and body with a beautiful ebony finish, sloped dove wing headstock, mahogany neck at 24.75 inch scale, slim taper D profile neck with 22 medium jumbo frets. The ebony fingerboard has pearloid block inlays and a 1.68 inch Graphtec Newbone nut. The headstock has the Epiphone logo in pearloid, and the back of the headstock has a Joe Bonamassa signature reproduced in gold silk print along with 2018 limited edition logo. The tortoiseshell inspired pickguard has multi-layered binding and a metal E logo. The limited edition Joe Bonamassa ES355 standard outfit is powered by critically acclaimed ProBucker humbuckers with gold covers and Alnico 2 magnets. The same pickups Joe chooses for his limited edition Amos Carina Flying V. The neck position has the ProBucker 2 and the bridge position has the ProBucker 3 that is slightly underwound to emulate the tone of the 1950s hand-wound PAF style humbuckers. Controls for each pickup's volume and tone come with a black top hat knobs and metal pointer. It includes world-class Mallory 150 capacitors along with Switchcraft 3-way pickup selectors and an amber toggle cap. Like all Epiphones, Joe Bonamassa's signature limited edition ES355 features rock-solid hardware including gold ABR1 Locktone Tonomatic bridge and Bigsby B70 vibrato tailpiece with a Vibermate string spoiler for quick string changes. Tuning is fast and accurate with Grover Rotomatic machine heads and 18:1 ratio tuning. Stylish, vintage-inspired hard case is included with Bonamassa's logo and Nerdville CA in classic Army-style typeface along with a hand-signed certificate of authenticity.
So I kind of make fun of Joe Bonamassa for adding his Joe tax to Epiphones. But I was there one day watching a video titled "The 5 Most Expensive Guitars on Reverb Are Kinda Nuts" from 3-Chord Dave, and I saw this picture of an autographed limited edition Joe Bonamassa signed ES355 standard for $250,000. And I thought, hey, I got the exact same guitar. And Buddy's saying his is autographed? What's an autograph worth? Well, if the person's not dead and they're known for autographing things, then it is worth $400. That is it. an autograph is worth $400. So as soon as I seen this, I was going to run with it and just start telling everybody that mine was worth $250,000 and that I'd put it up on Reverb for $100,000 and you could get it off. And what I'd do, I'd even send away the pickguard to Joe Bonamassa with $500 in with the pickguard and send it off to him and get him to sign it. And then I could say, yeah, mine's signed too. I'm pretty sure he'd sign a pickguard for $500. So yeah, it's a big laugh. It's not really worth $250,000. And this guy, RR Limited Edition Boutique in Florida, I don't think he actually sold the guitar. I think that he just took it down. Maybe it was just a joke, or he was just fishing or whatever. But I don't care. He said, "President, this is worth $250,000 in somebody's eyes." I'm Scott Bogfoot, and this is Someone Else's Guitars. So I only found out the story about this one the other day. Somebody my brother knew at, I believe, at a school or something, asked him to do some work on a guitar because he knew he was into guitars. And he said, yeah, sure, I'll do the work, $50, whatever, right? And Buddy said, yeah, $50, right on. And so he did the work to the guitar, and he gave him back the guitar, and instead of giving him $50, he gave him this guitar instead. Now, meanwhile, it's only a Squire, but still, $50? $50 for a Squire Telecaster is pretty good. I don't know anything about it, but you know, it has vibes. Let's go check it out. I'm Scott Bogfoot, and this is Someone Else's Guitar.
But yeah, I'm Scott Bogfoot, and this is someone else's guitars.
The Squier Affinity Series Telecaster with maple fingerboard in 3-color sunburst. A superb gateway into the time-honored family of Fender and Squier Affinity Series Telecaster delivers legendary design and quintessential tone for today's aspiring guitar hero. This Tele features several player-friendly remnants such as thin and lightweight body, a slim and comfortable C-shaped neck profile, string-true body bridge for optimal body resonance, and sealed die-cast tuning machines with split shaft for smooth, accurate tuning and easy restraint. Loaded with dual Squier single-coil Tele pickups with 3-way switching for genre-defining sonic variety.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. I've been Scott Bogfoot, and this has been My Only Guitars.
If you like these videos, please feel free to leave a comment. If you didn't like these videos, please feel free to leave a comment too. But if you really hated these videos, now there's something for you too. You can now hate me on Patreon. Patreon, where every dollar you pledge is like kicking me in the face 6 times. Thank you.
They call it dubstep. 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 They call it dubstep.
What's up, you fucking dickhead?